All right, race fans, welcome to TurnLeftTV. Be ready for some high-speed action tonight. Let's step on the gas. All right, race fans, welcome to Dover International Speedway. It's race number 7 of the season. And this is a fun track, man. The Monster Mile, 130-lap race tonight. Race number 7 of the season. Things are heating up in the points battle. We got a big field. Who's got what it takes to bring home the victory here at Dover? Well, there's only one way to find out, and that's watch it right here on TurnLeftTV. Well, I don't know what you call this. Is it a short track? Is it a small super speedway? Is it hell on earth? Is it paradise? Well, there's only one way to find out, baby. It's Dover, and it's race number 7. Let's get this party started. All right, thank you so much for coming in here to TurnLeftTV. Appreciate you being here tonight. Timing's off here a little bit, huh? Been a busy week for me, man. Busy week for me. A good week, but a busy week. Appreciate you being here tonight. Have a little grace with me. So, round number 7, it's Dover, the Monster Mile. I'm your host, Heath Johnson, broadcaster, commentator here at TurnLeftTV. And a lot of guys coming out here to race the Monster tonight. We'll see who's got the answer for this one. Got a fair number of chatters in here chatting it up already. Busy tonight, man. These guys are excited for the Monster tonight. Tonight's race is brought to you by EliteHostingUSA.com. If you are interested in an rFactor 2 server, there are 3 self-managed server packages for you to choose from. You can also host your website or your online store. They have VPS hosting and shared web hosting also available through EliteHostingUSA.com, and that's who provides our service here at High Octane Racing League. Head over there to highoctaneracing.net. You'll get updates of when races are, schedule updates, point standings, you name it. You also got a quick link to our Discord server. And appreciate you coming in there and joining us. Thanks so much for coming in and watching the races here on TurnLeftTV. Don't forget that thumbs up button. Subscribe if you haven't already done so. Thanks to all those new subscribers. And don't forget to smash the bell. You get updates when races are going live. You do the Buschwackers series. Sometimes if we have enough drivers, I'll do a Tuesday night race. And don't forget the Indy cars too. So a lot of racing going on here at TurnLeftTV. I really appreciate each and every one of you. Come out and watch the races, participate in the chat, subscribe to the channel, whatever your flavor is. I really appreciate you being here. Lot of chat going on right now, man. I like that. These guys are excited. Look at that. Givaldo kicking us off. Telling everybody good luck tonight and welcome to him and good luck to him. BK Fireball Flash, good luck to Dana tonight. He's got a fast car right now showing P3. He could have the answer. Take a look at the 89. Representing. Racing at Trax VR. Aaron Holloway also. Jelson Neto, he's out on the track here tonight too. So He's got a good shot at winning this race. So hopefully we've got a good lively chat tonight. We have a big field. Woo, man. Everybody wanting, they're gluttons for punishment here at Dover. I personally, maybe I shouldn't say this. I do not like driving this track. We'll just keep that between the two of us, or no, 10 of us. It is something I do not have the answer for. It's tough. Let's take a look at the track here at Dover. A little over a mile in length. I think technically it's like 1.02, something like that. 1.6 kilometers in length, 4 turns. Banking in the turns, 24 degrees. My heavens, man. Straightaways are banked too, man. I think you never feel like you're really not turning here at Dover. And the concrete track is brutal. That's why they call it the Monster. It's the Monster Mile. It is fast and furious. Boy, I tell you, this thing will munch up the tires, and the car gets loose, car gets tight, car gets unhappy. So who will tame the Monster tonight? The schedule here in the Buschwackers series. Of course, this is race number 7, clearly on the back half of that schedule. Next week we have Kansas. No place like home. There's no place like home. Sorry, that was a Wizard of Oz reference there. 100-lap race from Kansas. That's also high speed too. For that mile and a half, I think it really is a fun track. It's a little bit flatter than some of the other mile and a halves, but a fun track. Darlington coming up on 110 laps there on May the 10th. Oh, Darlington, man. Holy smokes. And then North Wilkesboro to finish out the season. So good mix of short tracks here, huh? Pain. Or paradise, depending on your perspective. Standings in the Buschwackers series. Going into race 7, Franco Alvarez is about a 13-point lead over Craig Marizon, Gordon Carter, and Dana Grover tied for 3rd. John Stanley, Todd Robillard, 5th and 6th, Art Vieta 7th. 8th is Jomar Peixoto, Givaldo Spinola is 9th, Dennis Udichin rounding out the top 10. P11, Sean Jacobs, 107 points, just followed behind by Claudio Bardelli Jr. Look at that, 107, 106, 105 with Alexi Salviev. So a tight battle there. Steve Pierce also there as well. Jelson Netto, 15th. Jesus Iglesias, 16th. Stan Richter is 17th. Ben Silva, 18th. Preston Hassel, 19th. Tony Furtado rounding out the top 20. And a lot of these guys part-time here. Chris Hughes heading up page number 3. We've got 28 drivers here so far this season. Hank Steneker also joining us in the chat session. Good to see Hank. Maybe see him on the track tomorrow in the IndyCar Series. That's right, IndyCar Series back in action. They'll be at Barber Motorsports Park tomorrow for a 50-lap race. This track is tough, man. Oh my gosh, it is tough. Got a good mix of some elevation changes, some really technical parts of the track. It is race number 2 of the season. It'll be live right here on TurnLeftTV. And I will start that just a little bit before 2 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. The qualifications start at 2. So last race, we had a great one at Long Beach. And I think Barber's going to be a good one too. Last season, I guess the last time we raced Barber, it was a fantastic race. It actually was race number 1 of that season. So I expect another great race. And it'll be live right here on TurnLeftTV tomorrow. This guy's getting ready to go to the qualification session right now. I have 21 drivers, man. Can this track hold 21 drivers? You'll be racing around people all night long here. Hopefully we'll keep the caution count down. Saturday Night Thunder will be in action right here tomorrow night. It's actually a 130 lap race. I don't know what I'm doing with 70 laps. 70 laps might be okay because I'm actually racing in this. Maybe that's how many laps I'm going to actually last in the race. It's actually 130 laps, man. I missed that on the broadcast banner. It's just me, man. It's a one-man operation, you know? I don't get paid very well. The management sucks. So this is the Saturday Night Thunder, man. The Cup cars will be in action tomorrow. And this is Beat the Broadcaster night. We'll be at Dover tomorrow in the Cup Series. The series is growing, too. So come on back and join us. Come on out. We'd love to have you. Saturday nights, 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Well, it looks like we are in quals, and maybe Craig Marizon might be the first gentle driver out on the track. JJ already picking him. JJ's in this race. You should be picking yourself, JJ. JJ already throwing it out there. See number 60 car. 21.950 setting the standard right now for guys to shoot for. Take a look at Chris Hughes here in the 7. Marizon to his top. Sean Jacobs just 6/1,000ths behind. Chris Hughes 22.184 right now, 6th on the grid for him. Take a look at John Stanley, 22.126. We got a little bit different paint scheme there for him. Tim Horton sponsored almost said Chevy. Oh my gosh, I'm sorry, John. Ford Mustang. Jair Oliveira, the 9X. I suspect he is going to have a car in the car set next week. Robillard to the top of the grid now. 21.931. 21.994 there for Jair Oliveira. Right now, 7th on the grid. Some of these guys are waiting a little bit before they go out, huh? Maybe starting in the back. Gilmar Peixoto in his 71. Ico Racing sponsor machine. Good looking paint scheme. You know why it's a good looking paint scheme? Because I painted that bad boy. Trying to give old Franco Alvarez a run for his money with those paint schemes. Robillard is top time. See 22.096 there for Gilmar, 12th on the grid. Robillard at the top of the grid. Marizon is 2nd. 3rd is Archie Vieira. Sean Jacobs 4th. Bardelli Jr. is 5th. And Palumbo out on the grid, I believe. I think he's making some laps in this mellow yellow sponsor machine. So top 5 have not changed. Man, I tell you what, it's going to be key to get a good qualification position here, but also take care of your stuff at this track. My heavens, man. Yeah, Palumbo's time here. Let's see where he's at. 22.019. Good run there for Ed Palumbo. He is in the top 10. Waldo Spindola, I think he's going to have a new car in the car set too. New skin coming his way. 68th. Looks like he's done with his qualification effort. He's 18th right now. You got Furtado, Pierce, Novar. Palumbo is finished his, I believe. Some of those guys might have pulled off on that first lap. Right now, Robillard is the top time. It does look like maybe quals are over. So Steve Pierce, Ritzky Novar, Tony Furtado were elected to start in the back. So again, thanks for joining us here on TurnLeftTV. Appreciate you being here tonight. Let's get this party started. All right, welcome back. In case you're just joining us, we're at Dover tonight. Race number 7 of the season, 130-lap race. It's the Monster Mile. I'm your host, Heath Johnson, broadcaster commentator here at TurnLeftTV. I think we're going to have a fun one, man. It is a tough track, but a lot of fun if you do it right. Hopefully everybody will exercise a little bit of patience here. Let's take a look at the keys to the race here tonight at Dover. It's supposed to be save tires. You know, there he is. Is that my third mess up tonight? Save tires. Safe tires. Make sure you get some safe tires. Oh. Corner exit. I think it's all about corner exit here, but it's all with just transitioning through the corner. Manage your traffic, but also manage your tires. My gosh, I mean, you got to definitely save those tires. Limit that aggression here. This place will reach out and bite you. It really will. Pit stops, make sure those are on point. It's going to be really difficult, I think. You're going to pit getting into turn 3. Going to come around on the apron. And with the banking here at this track, I mean, even going into turn 3, it can be a little dicey. Guys want to carry a lot of speed around on that apron, and it can cause the car to spin out. And then exiting pit lane, they got to go around 1 and 2 on the apron and rejoin the racing surface off of turn 2. And again, a pretty fair amount of banking there, even on the straights, so can't be quite difficult. And those cars are really, really moving pretty fast here at Dover. Things happen very quickly at this track. So these guys right now are in the driver's meeting. Jesus Iglesias joining us here. I haven't gotten my pick in tonight. My pick to win this race. Wow. So I got to get my pick in here. I'm not sure who it is yet. I am going to pick Bardelli Jr. So there's my pick tonight, man. Claudio Bardelli Jr. I think it's a good pick. Feel pretty confident about that one. So these guys are headed over to the warm-up section or session. Let's take a look at the qualification results. Todd Robillard gets the pole position in the 90. Craig Berzon starts in P2. Sean Jacobs, Claudio Bardelli Jr., row number 2. Jesus Iglesias and Franco Alvarez start in row number 3. Jairo Leveda, Gordon Carter, row 4. Ed Palumbo and Benor Silva start in row number 5. Row number 6, Dana Grover, Jelson Neto. Gilmar Peixoto, Chris Hughes, row 7. Dennis Uderchin and John Stanley will be row 8. Givaldo Spindola and Tony Furtado, row 9. Steve Pierce and Ritsky Novar, row number 10. And I think we'll have another couple drivers here rejoining. So some of those guys have not, didn't do the qualifications or have gotten kicked. So it looks like we have about 9 minutes left to go before we kick off or drop the green flag. Dan Richter and his new paint scheme, another one of those masterpieces by Franco Alvarez. And again, I want to say thank you so much for joining me here on TurnLeftTV. Don't forget to hit that thumbs up button. Subscribe if you haven't done so, and smash that bell. Man, I've had a lot of subscribers here lately, too. Really bumped up in subscriptions. Shooting for the 900 mark, man. Headed towards 1,000. Some of my students today were, Mr. Johnson, you still doing the TurnLeftTV broadcast? Yeah, they checked it out on their phones, and they're like, wow, you're really moving up with the subscriptions. That's like, yeah, man, make sure you hit the subscribe button. How about that? Don't forget, down in the description of this race, I have some links there. Of course, one to the PayPal if you'd like to make a donation to TurnLeftTV. I always appreciate donations. Got my SimLab website as well, or SimLab affiliate link. I appreciate you supporting me by clicking on that SimLab link in the description of the race. I have a SimLab rig, GT1 Evo Sim rig. I love it. As like I said, week in, week out, I even do my broadcasting from the SimLab. I'm sitting in my race seat. I have my steering wheel in front of me. It's just a matter of me dropping the headphones and switching it over to race mode. I get out there and mix it up with these boys. No, I better stay in the broadcast booth. No, man, I really do like the SimLab stuff. They've got all kinds of stuff, button boxes and displays and so forth. But I really, really like the sim rigs too. So easy to put together. So help me out by clicking that link. If you decide to buy something, please use my link. Still got about 5.5 minutes left to go. All right, a little bit of conversation here for me. Well, a lot of cars out here tonight, man. Whoa, this is crazy. This car is going to get loose. Really tough on tires. Going to get loose. See some of those guys peeling off the tread, come down pit lane, practicing some pitting. That's typically what guys are doing in the warm-up session. Preston Hassel in here as well. Hope everything's going well for Preston. Preston getting his pick in, saying he thinks it's going to be Todd here tonight. That's a good pick. That's for sure. How about Ritsky Novar joining us in here? Raven Puff, number 10. Raven Puff's night. See him out in the Indy cars tomorrow, man. That'd be awesome. About Indonesian drivers. We have such a cool international flavor here at High Octane Racing League. I mean, honestly, it really wasn't like that way back in the day when we all started racing. It was mainly guys from the United States. Now we've got guys from Brazil. We've got guys from Russia. We got guys from Argentina. We got guys from Canada. We've got guys from Ukraine. Guys driving from Indonesia. And I'm probably leaving some out, too. I mean, I know in our IndyCar series, we've got some British drivers. We've got some Spaniards, some guys from the Netherlands, and, you know, kind of add in all those nationalities that I just mentioned as well. Really is an amazing mix here at High Octane Racing League. I'm so blessed to know all these guys, too. It's really, really pretty cool. I try to tell my students, I was like, you know, we've got like over 400 people in our Discord server, and I said, I talk about how I know these guys, and they kind of roll their eyes. I was like, man, I've known some of these guys for years. You know, some of the guys I race with, I've known for over 20 years. So, Dennis Yudichin out here. Good to see Dennis. He's in that 47 car. He's racing all the way from Kharkiv, Ukraine. Well, about 40 seconds left to go before we get the command to start the engines. I appreciate all the folks coming in and watching the broadcast tonight. We got a little Trax VR action in here. Dana Grover racing from Trax VR tonight. This guy's providing folks in that Calgary area a place to race. I think they got other locations too, but Dana racing from the Calgary area there in Canada. All right, boys and girls, here we go. It is Dover. My gosh. Are you ready for the monster? It's race number 7 of the season, 130 lap race tonight. Let's keep our fingers crossed.
Attention grid, all non-essential personnel leave the grid now.
All right, it is Dover tonight. I'm your host, Heath Johnson, broadcaster, commentator. Let's take a look at the starting order. Todd Robillard in the 90 starts in P1. Craig Marizon in the 60 starts second. Arthur Vieira starts third. And Sean Jacobs starts in P4. We got to catch up here, huh? Starting in 5th, Claudio Bardella Jr. Jesus is 6th. Franco Alvarez 7th. Jair Oliveira is 8th. Gordon Carter starts in the 9th position. Ed Palumbo will start 10th. Ben Silva starts 11th. Dana Grover in the 89 starts in the 12th position. Starting in 13th is Jelson Neto in the 63. Jomar Pachota, 71, starts 14th. Chris Hughes starts in the 15th position. Dennis Yudichin starts in P16. Starting in 17th is John Stanley in the 12. Givaldo Spindle at 18th in the 68 car. Tony Furtado starts 19th. Steve Pierce will start 20th. Starting at 21st will be Ritsky Novar, and Dan Richter in the 65 starts in P22. He said, ain't no way I am going to qualify tonight. Take a look at my race keys. It's supposed to be save tires, not safe tires. Save tires. Corner exit, man. It's a lot about corner exit, getting through the corner, and manage that traffic, limit your aggression. This thing will absolutely chew up your tires no matter what you do, but really chew up your tires if you get aggressive. And make sure your pit stops are on point here tonight. Here we go. And we are getting after it, boys. Pace car's off. Boy, that was a quick lap, wasn't it? I thought we'd do 2 laps. So the 90 of Todd Robillard will lead the field to take the green flag here at Dover.
Green flag, go, go, go.
And we're off at Dover. 60, Craig Marizon got a great jump on that start. Wow. Marizon got a good jump there on the start. He's in P1, Robillard second, Vieira is third, Bardelli Jr. fourth. And fifth is Franco Alvarez. Marizon might have touched the wall there coming off turn 4. And Marizon is dropped back to P3. Got a good start, but man, that car now, I think he's got a little bit of damage there as he has got a challenge by Claudio Bardelli Jr. Bardelli Jr. in the 19 gets by. And Marizon now back to P4. Alvarez starting to look on the inside. Franco Alvarez starting to move up here. Tight battle there with Marizon. So the 83 slipping through. Looking at the back of his car, Marizon definitely got some damage on that. Jesus Iglesias looking racy here, and that's 6th position for 22. Take a look at Ritsky Novar here in the 10. Right now, Ritsky running in the 13th position on the high side of Gelson Neto. What a horrible camera angle there. I have to deal with that all night long. Ritsky Novar picking up a spot. He's actually gained a couple spots. He's now up to 12th. Todd Robillard back to the race lead as he gotten around Marizon. Vieira right there on his heels. Claudio Bardelli Jr. is in 3rd. Alvarez is 4th. Iglesias in the 5th position. Marizon, our guy who jumped out to the race lead early, is back to 6th. We'll take a look at Sean Jacobs in that 24, all over the back of Craig Marizon's machine. Nose to tail right now. Everybody's sort of behaving. Yair Leveda running in a P9 or P8 in the 9X car. A little bit of a gap now between the 9X in P8 and our 9th place car, the 54 of Ed Palumbo. Gordon Carter in this mix, Benor Silva and Ritsky Novar, all those guys racing in a pretty tight pack. Side by side behind Ed Palumbo. See Benor Silva clears Gordon Carter. Silva in a 3X machine running in 10th, and he's starting to set his sights here on Ed Palumbo, climbing all over the back of him right now. Silva starting to look on the low side. Take a look at this pass here as Dan Richter getting by on the high side there, getting around Givaldo. As Richter pulls off that pass, Givaldo now back to the 17th position, or 18th position as Richter moves up to P17. Gordon Carter Oh, Silva gets down on the inside line here. Silva down on the inside. I think he had to chase that car and now loses a couple positions. So Silva now back to P12 as Novar gets by. Gordon Carter gets by. Wow. Take a look at Dana Grover here in the 89 car. He is running in P14. Fast in practice. Maybe on the long run here, saving some tires. Right now running in the 14th position in this 89 car. Toyota Camry. And we got a battle here for the race lead. How about this? Arthur Vieta all over Todd Robillard right now. That 4 car, if he can keep his connection solid here. Whoa! Robillard making some moves there up to the high side, trying to stay out of Vieta. And Vieta going to get by. That might open the door. Vieta is in the lead, but that might open the door here for the 19 car. Bardelli Jr. trying to follow through. Franco Alvarez too. Robillard on the high side, and this is getting racy here. We got a 4-way battle for the race lead. Arthur Vieta, Todd Robillard. Robillard gets back by. And Vieta had to chase that car up the track, and Robillard back by Vieta. That was some great racing there. Let's take a look. Robillard using the high side. And it got 3 wide. 3 wide. Somebody had to let up. And Robillard said, it's not going to be me. And Vieta chases the car up the track. Wow, man, this is racy here. This is absolutely racy. And I as quick as I focus on Robillard, he's now back to P4. Look at that, man. We go back to live. And he goes back to P4. We got a great race here. And those guys keep racing like that. Guess who's going to be in the picture? That's Marizon and Jacobs. Those guys watching that action. Some great racing going on here on lap 16. Tires start to wear out just a little bit. Guys racing different lines. The high line will work. The low line will work. And Sean Jacobs right now running in P6. Gilmar Peixoto, look at this, another pack of cars. Peixoto to 71 on the bottom side of Benor Silva. And Gilmar Peixoto picking up a spot. On board here with Gilmar. He's out climbing all over the back of Gordon Carter, Ritsky Novar, Ed Palumbo up in this mix as well. What some great racing here. This track is so tough. Novar trying to work that high side. Palumbo up on that high side, that Mellow Yellow sponsor machine. And Richter here moving up another position, getting by the 7 car. Chris Hughes, Dan Richter in the 65, started in the back. Now working his way up to P15. Well, our race leader is now Claudio Bardelli Jr. He said, you guys go ahead and use up your stuff here. I'm going to sit and watch and get around when I can. We'll take a look at this pass. For Claudio as he gets by the 4 of Arthur Vieta. This is when a little bit ago. And Bardelli Jr. makes that pass. Claudio Bardelli Jr., the leader. Got the new paint scheme, another masterful creation. Franco Alvarez. Alvarez running in P2, that Bass Pro Shop sponsor machine. We've got a Ford and a Chevy, P1, P2. Jacobs has worked his way up to P3. Vieta and Marizon having a little disagreement right now behind. Vieta climbing up the track, and that's going to leave the door open there for Marizon. Marizon gets by. Craig Marizon now working his way back up. He led there a couple laps and fell back after smacking the wall. We are on lap 23. Some great racing going on. Great clean racing going on. Chris Hughes and Jesus Iglesias barbecue up on the outside there in that 22. Chris Hughes in the 7 on the bottom line. And the 47 to get through. Jesus there driving up the track, so he's going to lose a position as Dennis Unichin gets by. Unichin in the 47 car.
Yellow.
We got a yellow flag here. And 19 is way, that's the race leader too. Bardelli Jr. gets caught up in that. He has got some major damage. That car is absolutely destroyed. Let's take a look and see what happened. Steve Pierce slamming the inside wall, comes across the track, and Bardelli Jr. just absolutely taken out. Wow, Alvarez might have got caught up in that as well. Let's take a look at this again. As Pierce slams the inside wall, got loose on him, and he comes across the track right here. Watch Bardelli Jr. into him. Alvarez gets caught up in that as well. Man, Bardelli Jr. had absolutely nowhere to go on this. Watch this. Oh! And then coming across the track and more contact there for Bardelli Jr. My gosh, man, that was hard. Alvarez couldn't make it through either. Look out of the front of Alvarez's machine. Watch this. See Steve sees this unfold, a hood flying, and then Alvarez trying to miss him and clips him a little bit. Not super bad for him, but man, I'll tell you what, Bardelli Jr. absolutely got annihilated right there. That car is not able to drive straight. Huge crash there for our race leader. So Bardelli Jr., what a tough break there for him, man. Just could not miss the 51, and then Bardelli Jr. Gets by, but not without damage. And then also Franco Alvarez, a little bit of damage there for him. Captain Morgan sponsor machine, I believe, has retired his car. First caution flag. So it looks like we got some pit stops underway. And we know Bardelli Jr. going to be on pit lane for a while, that's for sure. The Alvarez coming back off pit lane. Artur Vieta is on pit lane, wherever the heck he's at. There we go. We finally found Artur Vieta. Took us a minute. Taking a look at him. And we know Bardelli Jr. is on pit lane, and he's going to be there a while. He is going to be there a while. It's going to take us all that time to find him on pit lane. There you are. There he is. Jairo Leveda is our shown as our race leader. As you know, Claudio is going to be on pit lane for a heck of a long time, and that car was really, really messed up. So JJ is our leader in the 9X, and I don't know whether he's getting some points led here or not, or whether he just beat everybody on pit lane, but so Jair Leveda, Ritsky Novar, Franco Alvarez, Craig Marizan, and Sean Jacobs, the top 5 here now. Get a little bit different look up front. And it does look like JJ has elected to come down pit lane here in the 9X. So he's getting that laps led, and it looks like maybe Ritsky Novar will be our leader. Now we got to be careful here on this restart as these guys get going back great here. They're on fresh tires, got a little rubber down on the track, and some guys got a little bit of damage too that they've gotten repaired. Several cars involved in that accident. So keep our fingers crossed here for another good restart or another good start. Oliveda now coming back off pit lane as we get a restart here very soon. Looks like Novar has elected to take that high line here on the restart. Puts Franco Alvarez down on that inside line. Pace car is off. Here we go, back to green. Watch the wheel spin. Can be pretty big here at Dover. See Richter all the way up to the 7th position. He started in the back, so keep your eye on Dan Richter. Novar gets a good start, but Alvarez on the inside line with a bit of muscle there. Novar now has to settle at least for the 2nd position as Franco Alvarez gets by. Alvarez does such a good job of painting cars for us. He just likes doing that, man. He said, hey, this person needs a new car. Oh, we got somebody into the wall. Somebody into the wall. I think it might have been Udichin got into the wall. He's up on a high line. And Dennis Udichin into the wall. Hard lick there for Dennis Udichin. Wow. Dennis Udichin took off. And he is off the pace. Franco Alvarez, the leader, is Ritsky Novar just behind him. Take a look and see what happened to Dennis here. This is a little bit, probably a little bit too early. Udichin into the inside wall. I think it actually transpired before that. Yeah, it got into the, hard to get that camera angle there. On board here with him. I think he just got into the outside wall and then slid across the track. Oh, man, whoa, my gosh, those guys did a great job of missing him. Take a look at this. You see Dennis slam on the wall right here. Benor Silva has to check up a little bit, get out of the throttle, and get by. So Dennis trying to hold on to that thing. He's got some big-time damage. He's got big-time damage there. Wow. Tough restart there for Dennis Udichin. Now finds himself back in the 19th position, and I would suggest to you he's probably going to have to come down pit lane and get that car fixed. Might be trying to ride it out here for a quick caution flag, but way back in P19. We've got another caution flag here. I didn't hear the word on that one. Like maybe Dana Grover is involved in this one. Jesus Iglesias, Dana Grover. Let's take a look and see what happened here. Jesus Iglesias, he might have gotten into the wall. He was chasing somebody there. Gets into the, tries to maybe avoid getting into the wall and makes contact with the 89 car. We'll take a look here as he comes off the turn. I think he just chases this track or this car up the track. A horrible camera angle there, and I think he tries to keep from getting into the wall, and it comes across the nose of the 89, or gets into the side of the 89 car. On board here with Benor Silva. Gonna take a look and see what he saw. That's pretty shaky right there, and then he might have gotten into the wall there. Dana Grover had nowhere to go, that's for sure. As the 22 comes across the line there and gets into Dana. Trax VR sponsor machine off the pace now a little bit. I don't think there's super amount of damage there for him. So quickie caution, what we say, cautions breed cautions. Cautions breed cautions. All right, Jair Oliveira is our leader. He's probably going to have to come back down pit lane. Alvarez shown in the second position, but Alvarez a little bit back here in the pack. So some of these guys might be consequence of just timing of the caution flags. Claudio Bardelli Jr. on pit lane. He's looking big picture here. He knows he doesn't have a very good car now after that early incident, and that big time incident too. I mean, it really was a hard lick for him. So he's going to try to get some points here tonight and maybe hope for a little luck. In a good finishing position. Don't forget the High Octane Racing League IndyCar Series will be in action tomorrow, 2 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. It'll be live right here on TurnLeftTV. We'll be at Barber Motorsports Park. What a great track, man. I say that from a a broadcaster's perspective. It's a lot of fun watching this race. I would not be able to keep the car on the track, man. It's a tough track. It's going to be an interesting race, I think. Going to have a pretty big field. 50-lap race. It'll be live starting at 2 p.m. Eastern Standard Time right here on TurnLeftTV. That's the High Octane Racing League IndyCar Series. Well, we're 41 laps in. Working on caution flag number 2. Now, JJ up front, and Franco Alvarez is going to start on the outside line. Robillard is in third. Robillard is on the inside line in third. Gordon Carter is fourth. Vieira Marizan side by side on this restart. The pace car is off. So Vieira, a little different look up front here now with Oliveira. Jair Oliveira starting up front. Here we go. Franco Alvarez is in second, using the outside line. Really close to the outside wall. JJ in the 9X car. Didn't pit, I don't think, and now on a little bit older tires. Big gamble here by JJ as these guys are going to go around on the high side. The 4 of Arthur Vieira, the 90 now looking on the high side. On board here with the Jair Oliveira. Stayed out to lead a little bit, gamble a little bit on those tires. And I would change tires every single second I have a chance. As you see Dan Richter now going by on the high side. Dan Richter running in P6. Just out of the back of Dan Richter's machine, you see Archer Vieira in 7th, Sean Jacobs in 8th, Ritzky Novar 9th. About John Stanley, man. Haven't talked too much about John Stanley tonight. Has a quiet night, but right now running in the 11th position, trying to pick up P10. He's got Ben Silva just behind him. So John Stanley in the 12. Tim Horton sponsor machine. Ritzky Novar up the track. He might have gotten into the wall. So on board with John Stanley in the 12. Tony Furtado running in P14, communicating some of these guys. Go ahead and pass me, man. He's trying to save some tires here on the 9. That Valvoline sponsor machine. Chris Hughes also in this mix. He's running in the 15th position. Dana Grover now getting by. Dana Grover is in 18th. He's 1 lap down. He wants to get that lucky dog position. Got a little bit of work to do there on board here. Tony Furtado! JJ! On those older tracks, on those older tires. And it looked like JJ might have come around. He gambled on those older tires. That's what happened, I think. Gambled on the older tires. Take a look and see what happened here. See, he was down on the inside, and man, he's really trying to save this thing. And man, what a lucky break there for some of those guys as they came back around. Go take a look here again. Oh, yeah, he got up in the outside wall right there, trying to catch it, and he slide, man, trying to counter steer. And finally that thing comes around on the apron, and this is where the luck comes in right there as you see Dana Grover slipping through as JJ back down onto the apron. You saw that contact there. Sean Jacobs had a ringside seat for that. So, those guys getting through. Let's take a look at what Sean Jacobs. Oh, man, he almost came up into Ed Palumbo. So that was on Jair Oliveira. All right, looks like we got pit stops underway. Franco Alvarez on pit lane. You see the 83 car. What's his face is in the pit stall here in P1. Now he popping out. Getting by that timing line, and he's going to beat the 65 car, but I think the 56 car says, I'm going to beat Watts' face. Todd Robillard. John Stanley, he might have gotten caught up in that. These guys working on caution number 3. You see Dennis Yudichin coming down pit lane. Also the 63. So Ritsky Novar shown as the race leader. Franco Alvarez is in second. Vieta third. Gordon Carter fourth. Todd Robillard is in fifth. Again, next week we'll be at Kansas Speedway. You know, the Wizard of Oz. There's no place like home. There's no place like home. 100-lap race in that mile and a half. And that is race number 8 of the season. That'll be coming up live here on TurnLeft TV next week. Don't want to miss that one. So Ritsky Novar is shown as the leader. We've got a couple cars here. Iglesias, Bardelli Jr., I believe. And let's see. Oh, guys getting some wave arounds. Dana Grover, Jesus Iglesias, Claudio Bardelli Jr. Probably a smart move by these guys. We only win a couple of laps here without having, and had a caution flag here. Hopefully these guys get it figured out. So Richie Novar is going to lead the field, take the green flag. Franco Alvarez starts in P2. And the pace car's off. These guys hopefully are done with riding around under yellow. Got about 35 laps in a green flag racing. Great green flag racing, but we've got a string of caution flags here. And we're back to green. As Franco Alvarez gets by, I think Ritsky a little bit older tires. And Alvarez gets through. These guys just need to find a good single file line here for now. Let these tires work in a little bit, heat up, and then start grabbing some spots. Take a look at Gordon Carter in the 56 car. He is running in the 6th position. Just ahead of him is Ben Silva in the 3X. On board here with Gordon Carter. You see Marizon in the 60, giving Ben Silva a lot of room. You see him big picture, letting Silva go by. Just behind Gordon is Dan Richter in that Boom Boo Rum Sponsor machine. 65 car. Sean Jacobs running in 8th, Chris Hughes 9th, Jomar Peixoto is 10th. With Franco Alvarez leading the field here. The Indy 83. Novar not letting him get away, though, all over the back of him. So Novar got a fast Toyota here tonight. Robillard is 3rd. Ben Silva climbing up to the back of Robillard. Silva looking pretty racy here tonight as well. He's now up to P4. Jomar Peixoto and Tony Furtado battling. 71 car on the inside line. The 9 of Tony Furtado in that Valvoline sponsor machine. Good battle here between the Camaros. And looks like Peixoto going to pick up that spot and leave the door open for Udichin. Udichin going to get by. Now Furtado is racing in the 13th position now. In the 14th position as we were looking a little bit of a replay. Those guys going by on board here with Tony Furtado as the 4 car gets by. Ed Palumbo in the 54 down to the inside of Dennis Udichin. 47 and the 54 getting after it as the 54 Mellow Yellow sponsor machine now working his way back up to P11. Dennis Udichin, much damage as he had early on. It is amazing that he's got that car back out on the track. He's running in the 12th position. Alvarez, 0.2 of a second lead over Ritsky Novar. Silva and Robillard running in 3rd and 4th, respectively. Those guys a little breakaway as Marizon is 5th, leading that second pack. Gordon Carter is in 6th. Richter up the track in 7th. Sean Jacobs going to slip through. Sean Jacobs gets through, now picks up the 7th position. Richter is in 8th, and he's got the 7 car of Chris Hughes breathing down his neck right now. Jomar Peixoto also in this mix. Peixoto looking racy here, man. This might be his track. In the top 10. Chris Hughes into 7 has a whole lot of Gilmar Peixoto to worry about. Peixoto looking really, really racy. So good battling there. Take a look at this battle here as the 90 of Robillard now battling Silva. Silva had gotten around Todd Robillard for a P3, but now Robillard in the 90 wants that spot back. I think he likes this track. I really do. This is a track that I think caters to his driving style. You know, he's a guy that likes to hug up on that outside wall. Really use that outside line, get up in the marbles, and he does really, really well there. Tracks that are like that, you'll see the 90 car up front. Take a look at Archer Vieta into 4. Caught up in an earlier incident. He finds himself in the 12th position. And I'm happy right now that Archer Vieta has had a solid connection here tonight. Normally, earlier tonight, he was having some trouble. Benner Silva and Craig Marizon are absolutely having a fist fight right now. Oh, wow, contact maybe there. Marizon trying to get through. They are 3 wide. As Gordon Carter tried to slip through. What a battle here. Marizon and Silva are getting racy as the 56 are going to slip through. And that high place moving sponsor Camaro. And Silva now dropping back, but he's going to battle Sean Jacobs here. Sean Jacobs to the inside. Dan Richter in this mix. And I don't know, Silva's dropped some spots. As now Dan Richter to the inside. Well, Benner Silva in the 3X has lost quite a few spots there. He was in the 4th position. Actually, he was 3rd and now finds himself back in P8. Never count that guy out, though. He gets it gathered up, and he'll march back to the front. Franco Alvarez in front here, 1.4 second lead. Take a look at Jesus Iglesias here in the 22 car. Orange Crush sponsor machine. He is 1 lap down in the 19th position. Just ahead him on the grid is Claudio Bardelli Jr. is in the lucky dog spot. Uncharacteristically bad night for Bardelli Jr. Got caught up in a huge incident. Look at this. We got a battle for the 3rd position. Robillard had captured 3rd from Silva. And now Craig Marizon going to make him pay for it. Marizon on the move here in the 60 car. He's starting to close in on Risky Novar. I don't know what we got going on through the turns. That is an awful view. A little bit better here, but once we get in the turns, this gets really shaky. Now Marizon working on Ritsky Novar now. Marizon in that Magpul Dynamics number 60 car. Battling Ritsky Novar. Good dogfight right here. The 10 and the 60. Still side by side. That's what Franco Alvarez wants to see. His 60 backs off. Now trying his hand at it again here on the bottom side. They're still side by side. Robillard has a ringside seat for this action. Looking out of the front of Robillard's machine. And finally, Marizon makes that pass. Ritsky Novar made him earn it. Ritsky Novar can actually get in any car and make it competitive, man. I've seen him race GT3s. He's a great GT3 driver, great road course driver, Indy cars, BTCC, stock cars, you name it. This guy, one of the Psychopath iRacing Academy drivers, and scraping the wall right there. I'd like to see Mata and some of those boys back out with us. I know it's a kind of a different time frame for them. They're 12 hours ahead of us. And you see Novar running in the 3rd position as Marizon opening up a gap there. Sean Jacobs trying to get around Gordon Carter. Good battle here between the 24 and the 56. This is for the 4th position. And the 24 trying to get by that 56. Great battling here. Robillard back in that mix as well. Sean Jacobs still tinkering around that inside line. Oh, man, he slipped up the track there. Going to have to reset, try it again. Look at this. Richter up the track. And the 7, the 54 are going to get by. Bardelli Jr. going to get by. The 54, Ed Palumbo, picking up that spot. And Robillard might have had some trouble here. Robillard might have had some trouble. Let's take a look and see what happened to Robillard. He might have gotten into the outside wall. Robillard in the 90 car. And things starting to get a little wicked on him, I believe. Horrible camera angles, man, at this track. These guys got to improve those camera angles. Looks like Robillard has recovered there. He is in the 6th position. So Sean Jacobs and Gordon Carter battling it out. Oh, that Boom Boo Rum Spots machine up in the wall. 56 car of Gordon Carter battling Ritsky Novar. Let's take a look here as a little bit later as Gordon Carter working his high line. Oh, there was contact right there. Little bit of contact. Oh, Novar hard into the inside wall. Novar hard into the inside wall. On board here with him, and he might have slipped up the track just a little bit. Right there, you see that little bit of a hiccup. And then, oh man, into the inside wall. What a horrible camera angle, but we get that. And Novar, he was having such a great night. Such a great night here as you see Gordon Carter going around on the high side and just a little twitch there for that 10 car. And Novar hits the wall. Man, and he retires this machine. Man, he had such a good car. And that car is all messed up now. And we're starting to hear that guys are going to come down pit lane. I'm hearing on the radio that the 90 car coming down pit lane. So Todd Robillard making a pit stop here on lap 85. This is what we want to see. We want to see green flag pit stops. So Robillard on pit lane. Franco Alvarez the leader. Got to wonder how long these guys are going to be out on the track before they are forced to make a pit stop. This thing's tough on tires, that's for sure. Alvarez seems to find a way to save those tires. So here on lap 86, Franco Alvarez is leader. Marizan is in 2nd. Gordon Carter 3rd. Ed Palumbo 4th. Sean Jacobs in the 5th position. Those guys staying out a little bit longer. Maybe doing some math there, figuring it out. And Robillard now finishing up his pit stop, coming back out on track. The 83 car says he's coming down pit lane. On board here with Alvarez. He's indicating he's going to make a pit stop. So the rule is you got to announce a lap before you make a pit stop that you are going to make a pit. It's especially important here at this track. And he might have, oh, did we get a yellow flag here? A yellow flag. So a caution flag, and let's see what happened. And looked like Richter goes to the inside. Givaldo comes across and gets into Dan Richter. And wow, man, big time contact there. Looked like Richter had pulled off that pass. He was on the inside. And then Givaldo might have gotten up into the outside wall and gets into Richter. Tony Furtado had a ringside seat for that as well. Right here. Oh, man. So, wow. Back to caution. We got some guys coming down pits now. Looks like Franco Alvarez, the leader. So Marizon shown as the leader here as these guys are on pit lane. Wherever Marizon's at. This game, man. Tell you what, man, it'd be nice if these guys would, or this Okay, so Craig Marizon, the leader. Franco Alvarez is second. Gordon Carter third. Palumbo is in fourth. Jacobs fifth. So got some old guard HORL guys up front here at Dover. Marizon shown as a leader. We got some guys up there that maybe are trying to get a lap back. Robillard might be at the tail end of the lead lap. He's trying to get his lap back. Uderchin is the first car, one lap down in 12th. Looks like Robillard now is dropping back there, so he will be a lap down. So it looks like a Bardelli Jr. has So getting some wave arounds, it looks like. Now, Franco Alvarez is shown as the leader. Craig Marizon in second, Ed Palumbo third, Gordon Carter fourth. Actually, it looks like maybe Gordon Carter going to start on the inside line in P3, and that puts Palumbo in fourth on the outside line. So Marizon on the outside line. He and Alvarez side by side. Now pace car is off. Here we go. This track is really, really tough. Tough on tires, tough on nerves, tough in traffic.
Go.
And we're back to green. Novar, Stanley, and Pierce, the three cars out of the race. Dana Grover's on pit lane right now. As Alvarez jumps out to the lead. Marizon second, Palumbo third, Carter fourth, Sean Jacobs in the fifth position. Marizon and Palumbo here now battling. Palumbo in a mellow yellow sponsor machine, a 54 car, battling the 60, and Palumbo gets by. Craig Marizon tucks in the third position. Oh, that car looked like it got a little loose. He had to chase that car down the track. Back in, looked like it wanted to come around on him. So Palumbo now up to P2. And he is climbing onto the back of Franco Alvarez's machine. '24 and the 65 battling. 24 drops back to the sixth position as Dan Richter in P5. Silva down to the inside. See that? Silva got way off the pace. Denor Silva, not sure what happened to him, but his car just took off. There might have been contact. Silva might have gotten into the wall right there. He chased the car up the track. It's into the inside wall. Does a good job of keeping the thing pointed in the right direction, but loses some spots. Now back to P15. Look at this. We had a battle for the race lead as Ed Palumbo in the 54 car battling Franco Alvarez. Ed Palumbo here at Dover. That mellow yellow sponsor machine, our new race leader. So Palumbo worked his way up to the Bass Pro Shop sponsor number 83 and gets around the 54 car, now our leader. We go back live and those guys starting to tighten it up here. Palumbo the leader, Alvarez is in second. Gordon Carter shown in the third position. Marizon is in fourth. Good battling here in the pack as Marizon running in P4. You see Bardelli Jr. who is down. And we might have a caution flag. Looks like Peixoto might have come around. Peixoto on the inside. And he is now trying to get that car straightened back up. So some problems for Gilmar Peixoto. Let's see what happened to him. Peixoto. Oh, he comes across the nose there of the 4 car. And then hard lick there. Looked like he came across the nose of the 4 car. Artur Vieta. Take a look out of the front of the 4. and then contact there for the 71 into the wall. So that was a interesting exit there at the turn. See what happened here. Looked like maybe the 4 car came up. And then Peixoto off the pace there. And hard to see on this camera angle there. It's a horrible camera angle, but looks like maybe Peixoto came down and Vieira comes up about the same time. And Peixoto to 71 off the pace. Wow. So it looks like Ed Palumbo on pit lane. A lot of guys here making some pit stops. 104 laps in. Hopefully we got this green to the end. Ritsky Novar, John Stanley, Steve Pierce, the 3 cars out of the race. Don't forget the High Octane Racing League Tough Trucks. That's right, the Tough Trucks on Tuesday night. Man, we had a fantastic season. Pretty amazing season last season, and we're ready for season number 2. We'll be at Kansas. Congratulations to Greg Kirchmeier on winning the season championship. And can he repeat? Well, we started off season 2 at Kansas next week, April the 30th. That's a Tuesday, 100-lap race in Kansas. Should be a fun one. So congratulations to Greg Kirchmeier. His first season out with us here at High Octane Racing League, and gets the championship in the Truck Series. See Todd Robillard, a lot of championships under his belt, and he is making a pit stop. Alvarez pitted a little bit earlier. Now he's shown in the second position. We got a few cars there looking for some wave arounds maybe. And of course, the High Octane Racing League IndyCar Series will be in action tomorrow at 2 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, live right here on TurnLeftTV. It's the High Octane Racing League IndyCar Series at Barber Motorsports Park, race number 2 of the season. Alvarez, Carter, Palumbo, Marizan, and Jacobs, the top 5. We'll take a look at that IndyCar schedule. We are at Barber tomorrow. Milwaukee Mile, the first oval of 3 ovals on the series schedule. Indianapolis GP coming up on May the 11th. Nashville Super Speedway on May the 18th. Indy. That's right, the Oval on May 25th. Detroit Grand Prix on June the 1st. And Toronto on June the 8th. So a great schedule there in the IndyCar Series. A lot of guys interested in racing in that series, and it attracts a fair amount of Euro drivers as well that really are insane about these IndyCars, man. So Alvarez is the leader. Gordon Carter will start in the second position. Palumbo, Marizon side by side there for row 2. Sean Jacobs, Dan Richter, row 3. Tony Furtado, Chris Hughes, row number 4. Archer Vieira, Jair Oliveira make up row number 5. Here on this restart. Let's see if these guys can keep this green to the end. And a pretty decent little green flag run at the beginning of the race. And then just before this last caution. Pace car is in. Alvarez will control the restart.
Green flag, go, go, go.
And we're back to green, behind a building. We're back to green. And Palumbo trying to slip through in that 54 car. He is fast. Gets by Gordon Carter. Carter dropping back to the 3rd position. Marizon in 4th. Sean Jacobs and Dan Richter battling it out for P5. Archiviero using that outside line, battling Chris Hughes. Chris Hughes in the 7 car. The 4 trying to get by on the outside. Falling behind Tony Furtado on board here with Archiviero. And Palumbo said, I am ready to lead this race. He's into the inside of Franco Alvarez, the 54 car. Indy 83 side by side. Here on lap 109. Palumbo, can he clear that 83 car? Whoa! 83 pitching down a little bit. Oh, and he gets up into the wall. Up into the wall. He's driving the wheels off this thing. He does not want to give up that spot. But Ed Palumbo claiming that spot. Franco Alvarez in the 83. Now back to P2. He's going to use that outside line. We know he's really good on that outside line. He now dipped down to the low line. He's going to try to find a way to get back by that 54 car. They are battling behind. That is Gordon Carter battling Craig Marizon. Gordon Carter holding on to that spot. Marizon in 4th. Sean Jacobs ready to snatch that position. He's running in P5 in that Vulcan sponsor machine. Good battling here. 65. Dan Richter is in P6. Alvarez looking for a way to get by Ed Palumbo. Got to be careful about using up your stuff. Palumbo will make you pay for that, that's for sure. And Franco Alvarez to the inside. Ed Palumbo there trying to get through or trying to hold him back. Alvarez to the outside, side by side here with Ed Palumbo. Alvarez has a good run on the outside line. Can he hold it out of the wall? And it looks like he's still side by side with Ed Palumbo. Can he clear the 54? Oh, man, there might be some contact there. Contact. And the 54 now back to P2 as Franco Alvarez gets through. Sean Jacobs battling. He's now up to P3. Those guys use their stuff up. Oh, Alvarez might be hitting the wall. Oh, contact there. Contact. I think we got a yellow flag. Somebody got in the wall. And that amazing battle up front, Trex VR announcing that amazing battle up front did not last very long. Somebody ran out of talent, I think. Take a look here. Look like maybe that. Let's take a look here. Gordon Carter might have made contact with the wall. Looks like Gordon Carter's hit the wall pulls the car off the wall right there, gets into the 9 car, the 60 car trying to get through, gets into the 4, and then more contact. Four car had a ringside seat for this. Caught that a little bit late. Let's go here. See Gordon Carter smacking the wall, gets into the 9, and then contact there. 60 car absolutely gets cattywampus on that one. What a tough break there for Marizon. He had a good race going. Take a look at him and see that unfolding behind. He had nowhere to go as Carter, he's trying to avoid and gets into the 4. Dan Richter had a ringside seat as well. On the board here, you see right there. And there's more contact. Trying to take a look out of the front of Richter's machine. Watching this, you see that unfold there as Marizon tries to avoid. And guys going everywhere on that one. So we're getting into the wall. Coming off the wall there, getting into a car down on the bottom side. So it looks like Franco Alvarez making a pit stop here. Late race pit stop. So Gilmar Peixoto shown as the race leader. Claudio Bardelli Jr. My God, how does he keep that car? How does he get that car back up front? I mean, he just has an uncanny way of keeping himself in the race. He's seeing big picture here. High Octane Racing League Saturday Night Thunder will be in action at Dover. It's actually a 130-lap race. I don't know who the guy is that makes these banners, but he needs to be fired. It's race number 7. It'll be a 130-lap race at the Monster Mile that's coming up tomorrow. I just beat the broadcaster tonight. Oh, man, really? Do I got to get out of the broadcast booth and get in the driver's seat at Dover? My gosh, I don't know. Don't know about that one. But, hey, if you want to join us, it's the Cup Series. Saturday Night Thunder been going on for 23 years. Still going strong here on Saturday nights. Peixoto has pitted his car, I believe, and Franco Alvarez now shown back as the race leader, but we got some guys up front, I think. As things starting to shake out a little bit. Some guys on pit lane. Alvarez, Palumbo, Oliveira, Jacobs, Furtado. Oliveira in the 9X car has his car up to the 3rd position. Maybe a little gambling on tires. This could be risky. Let's put it that way. Alvarez to the inside saying, hey, I want the inside line. As those guys, I believe, will end up getting wave arounds. So you see a whole crew there getting wave arounds. Alvarez is elect to take the inside line. That puts Palumbo on the outside line, man. Those guys were having a pretty spirited battle here. And, both of those guys have a fair bit of aggressiveness. Let's keep our fingers crossed on here. Oliveira, Jacob start in row 2. Richter and Furtado start row 3. Row 4, Hughes and Robillard. 5 is Vieta and Bardelli. So let's see if we can't get this thing to the finish. 54 and the 83. That is the cat-mouse game right now that I want to watch. And we are green. Somebody did not get a good start, whatever happened there. So that 83, Franco Alvarez to the inside. Ed Palumbo, been a while since he's been in victory lane here in the Buschwackers series. He's eager. Jair Oliveira, he could be the sleeper. Sean Jacobs and Tony Furtado battling it out. Here we are, lap 122. Nose to tail with the 83 and the 54 for now. Sean Jacobs now closing in on Jair Oliveira. Oliveira in the 9X machine, looking to get a good finish. Maybe a win in that Toyota. He'll have his car in the car set next week. Bring back the old scheme for him, the 17. We're 3 wide back there in the pack. Look at this, man. What in the world is going on right now? These guys getting after it. The 90, the 19. Claudio Bardelli Jr. trying to get a good finish out of this, man. He had a really bad first half of this race. Now he has climbed back up. All these caution flags allowed him to get back on the lead lap. Look at that battle up there. Tony Furtado and Sean Jacobs side by side. This is a mess right now. Tony Furtado now trying to climb up the grid. Oh, little contact there with JJ. Little contact. And Furtado gets by. Jair Oliveira on those older tires. Oh, contact. Does he keep it straight?
Yellow, yellow, yellow.
And we got a yellow. I had a feeling. Well, let's take a look here. See what happened on that one. Oliveira might have come around. Let's take a look and see what happened to JJ here. See, Furtado goes by on the inside line. There's contact here. A little bit of contact right there. And then right there, it looks like JJ went down to the bottom as heads down to that bottom line, goes across the nose of the 24 car. And we got guys trying to avoid, and there's a big-time crash ahead. Look like maybe the 56 car on board here. Watch this. There's contact right there between the 9X and Sean Jacobs in that middle line there, and it looks like Oliveira might have coming down across the nose of the Cal U sponsor machine. And there's contact there. Richter gets through, but then there's contact with Richter and, oh man, and that is a hard lick there. Collects a bunch of cars. The 90 gets caught in that as well. Marizon might have gotten caught up in that. So again, looking at Furtado and Oliveira get into it a little bit earlier, but those guys gather it back up. Oliveira on the outside line. And you see Jacobs on the inside. Oliveira comes down track and gets into him. And right there's contact. All right. Well, boys, see the 83 and the 54 side by side here for this restart. And it's a green-white checker. Oh, boy. So green-white checker here, boys. Jacobs out of the race there. All right. Looks like Alvarez has elected to take the inside line, and that's Ed Palumbo up on the outside. So green-white checker here at Dover. These guys have figured out that they want to ride around under caution here tonight. Man, this is a tough track. It really is. And you had just Indy cars here, and you start winding down things with the caution flags and bunching guys up late in the race. You turn up the aggressiveness a little bit. So let's see how this works here. Tony Furtado, Claudio Bardelli Jr. in row number 2. Robillard and Vieira will start row 3. Spindola, Hughes, row 4. Udichin and Silva. All right, pace cars in. Here we go. So here we go. A green-white checker, baby.
Green flag, go, go, go.
Back to green. Green-white checker here. Here we go. Is Claudio Bardelli Jr. in 4th and have a chance to win this race? My God, man. Oh, a caution flag right there. Furtado goes up the track and looked like Franco Alvarez Franco Alvarez is going to get the win. My gosh, that was quick. So Franco Alvarez is going to get the win here. That didn't last long at all. Take a look and see what happened here. And pretty tight right there through the so let's take a look here. So right there, contact with the 54 and the oh man, and a lot of guys got caught up in that. A lot of guys got caught up in that. Here, let's take a look at this again. See that just tight racing there in the last lap. So very, very tight racing. And nonetheless, Franco Alvarez gets the win. Congratulations to him. So congratulations to to Franco Alvarez on getting the win. So Franco Alvarez getting the win. And you could have scripted this one probably on that last lap. Figured there's probably going to be a caution flag. So congratulations to Franco Alvarez on getting the win. And what a kind of an ugly race here. I had a feeling that Dover was going to be this way. It usually is. So the 83, Franco Alvarez getting the win. And a good job to him. Let's take a look at the final results. I think maybe I can get them. Here, we'll see. Franco Alvarez gets the win. Archie Vieta second. Claudio Bardelli Jr. finishes in third. Todd Robillard fourth. Givaldo Spindola finishes in P5. Benner Silva sixth. Chris Hughes finishes in the seventh position. Dennis Hughes at eighth. Ed Palumbo finishes in the ninth. Tony Furtado finishes in P10. Finishing in the 11th position is Gilmar Peixoto. Dan Richter finishes in 12th. Jesus Iglesias 13th, Gordon Carter 14th. Dana Grover finishes in the 15th position. Sean Jacobs 16th. Jairo Leveda finishes in the 17th. Jelson Neto 18th. Ritzky Novar is 20th. That's 19th. And John Stanley finishes in the 20th position. Looks like Steve Pierce finishes in 21st. Not sure what's going on there. We have 22 drivers? I don't think we did we? We'll see if we can't get Franco Alvarez up in the booth with us. That was a little bit of a gross race tonight, but Franco Alvarez comes away with the win. All right, Franco Alvarez joining us up here in the booth, or down here in the booth now. Congratulations to you, Franco, and getting the win. I had a feeling that was going to go green-white checker, and then we probably weren't going to make it to the finish. What were you thinking here on that restart?
Hey, Heath. Hey, everybody. Oh, man, what a race. At the end, everybody saw it coming, right? It was a caution-filled race, and it ended pretty well for me. Unfortunately, we ended on the caution, but it is what it is, right?
Well, it seemed like the racing there for a bit up front was pretty fast. I mean, pretty exciting. You had 3, 4, 5 cars at a time that were swapping positions, and you had a good battle there with Ed Palumbo toward the end of the race too. What was your thinking there as you and that KG veteran, the 54, were getting together?
Well, at the beginning of the race, we had the 19, the 90, and the 4, and me racing for the win really, really hard because track position was really important today. If you were racing behind somebody, your tires were burning. You literally lose a lot of pace because of that. So clean air was key today. That's why we raced so hard at the beginning. That was such an amazing battle. 4 wide for the lead. That was crazy. Unfortunately, I got caught with a lap car causing an incident, and I had some damage. It took the 19 out of contention for a while. And yeah, at the end, the battle with the 54, like, there was some aggressive blocks and stuff, but all good, all car racing. Really good racing, by the way. So yeah, that was a very hard fought win. That's for sure.
Well, race number 7 in the books with a victory, and next week we'll be at Kansas Speedway. What are your thoughts at that track?
Well, that's a cookie cutter. That's gonna be a pack racing, I expect. A couple of lanes, maybe working. So I expect a patience race, like waiting for stops, waiting for cautions. So just waiting for the end, trying to do the correct move at the end, and get the nut positions so I can steal in the lead of the championship.
Well, hey, we wish you the best of luck the rest of the season. Great job pulling off the win here. A very hard-fought win here at Dover. Anytime you win at this track, that's a big deal because this track's tough, even if you're running around by yourself. But congratulations to you and that Bass Pro Shop sponsor machine back in Victory Lane. And I want to say thank you for all your work on painting cars. We got some new cars coming next week, and you've done a lot of work, great work too, and really appreciate your effort.
Yeah, about the tires, the tires fall off today was crazy. Like from start to finish on a run, on a 30-lap run, you lose 1.5 seconds per lap. So, yeah, tires were key today. That's why we pitted so many times. And yeah, it's a pleasure, man. I hope you guys like the new cars coming up next week. 3 new Chevys, and maybe some more coming. more work to hit. So yeah, I hope you guys enjoy it. It's good to put the 83 Camaro in Victory Lane once again. And I hope I see you guys on Kansas. I'm sure it's going to be really fun.
All right, man. Well, thank you so much, and best of luck next week.
Thanks, man. See you.
There's Franco Alvarez joining us up here in the booth, and congratulations to him, man. We'll be at Kansas next week to make it happen there, and I would imagine it's going to be a lot cleaner race. This track is a little bit dicey here as far as big fields and tight racing and so forth. It can get a little dicey. Don't forget the Tough Truck Series will be in action on Tuesday at Kansas to kick off a week at Kansas. And that's race number 1, a brand new season. So congratulations to Greg Kirchmeier on winning season number 1 championship. Can he repeat? Well, it all starts next week at Kansas. IndyCar Series will be in action tomorrow afternoon, 2 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. We'll be at Barber Motorsports Park for race number 2 of that season, an 8-race season. And Barber Motorsports Park going to be a lot of fun. It'll be live right here on TurnLeftTV. Tonight's race has been brought to you by EliteHostingUSA.com. If you are interested in an rFactor 2 server, there are 3 self-managed server packages for you to choose from. That is EliteHostingUSA.com. Don't forget to join us over at HighOctaneRacing.net. Quick link to our Discord server. You want to do some racing with us? Get updates of point standings, what series we have running, what the schedules are, and a good quick link to our Discord server. Also, a quick link to the live streams as well on the respective league page. Thanks for coming out and watching the races here at TurnLeftTV. I appreciate it. Don't forget to hit that thumbs up button, subscribe, and then smash the bell. You get updates when races are going live. Thanks to all those folks who come out and watch the races each and every week. That's going to do it for me tonight. I'm going to get out of here, boys and girls. We'll see you next week. I am out of here.